name is Frank Bueti. I have a company called Independent Produce Suppliers, which I supply produce and other products to independent supermarkets throughout South Australia. I also have an export company, FAB Export, which I supply different food products, dairy, meat, seafood throughout Asia. Oh yes, we've exported wine and other food products into China. China is an incredible market. Hard, but if you have the right connections, it is probably the best market if you can get into in the world. We are up against other countries who have the same climate times and with us, you know, Peru, Chile. Probably the biggest, the hardest thing for us is competing because of our expenses, our wages, our other expenses, getting the product to China. But we have the benefit of having a great product. Well, I think the hardest thing is actually competing on a world scale price-wise, because we have the product. The Chinese market wants the product, but of course we have to be competitive up to a certain point. We do find windows, especially with produce, because now cherries right throughout Australia, when going through the process, are allowed into China, not only Tasmania. But as I said, you know, with Chile and now especially Peru, the quality is still very good out of those countries. And you know, if we find those windows where we can fit in that they don't, it's very beneficial. And of course, if you've got existing clients that do like to run your product, because it's all about quality. Branding is very important. Yeah. It is so important. If they know a brand and trust the brand, a lot of Chinese business people that come to Australia, they like to see the product in Australia, and then knowing that they trust it and taking it back to China. So branding is very, very important in China. Very important. Well, it has to be done properly. It has to be done professionally. It's not something that you just have a product you want to sell to China. You have to invest a lot of money. If you want to do it properly, there's a lot of money that has to be invested into the branding, into getting the product to the people in China, and having it in continuity. Having the product for as long as that season, talking about produce, as that lasts, so people are going to have it all the time, you know. But it can be done. So yeah, there are people doing it.
Okay.
Not at this stage, but I think if you want to be successful in China, you need to, and that's what we are looking at now. And everything's done by the phone. You know, it is the way to go. You know, I think in the future now, going forward, if you want to be successful exporting, you have to be in some way affiliated with e-commerce. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, really.
I think the more direct business you do with the actual producer to the end user, that's where you'll be successful. When you have too many people in the middle trying to get in, it just won't work. So I think the more direct, with the main person in China and the main person here, you just put them together. No problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.